Make the money. Don't let it make you. Hello beautiful people, welcome or welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Nadia, and in today's video I'm going to talk to you guys about we're going to talk about a little bit of like finance, credit, like a little bit. I want to give you guys this little tidbit. I'm sure there are a lot of people that know this by now, but I'm also aware that there are a lot of people that don't. So I try to bring you guys information on my channel that I feel, of course, this is a beauty channel and all of those things, but I also want to give you guys tips on anything pretty much that I feel like can help us women or guys, for those of you guys that don't hear that may or may not know or whatever, but whoever it fits, if the shoe fits, wear it, take what you need from it, leave what you don't. That's just what it is. So what I want to talk to you guys today about is, like the title says on my video, using a credit card compared to a debit card. Which one is better? What should you do? I know a lot of us grew up thinking that credit is like, you know, bad, stay away from it, it's not good, you'll ruin your credit, credit is a bad thing, credit will ruin your life, credit this, that, and the other. But what we should have been told is make sure that you keep your credit in good standing. Make sure that when you use your credit, you don't abuse your credit and you're able to handle and control what you spend, and if you spend it, you're able to pay it back. We should have been told that credit is king, credit rules the world. You can't do anything without credit unless you just have a whole bunch of cash laying around or stuffed in your mattress that you could just pay cash for everything. But if you don't, then credit is king. You need it. So today we're going to talk about whether it's better to use your cash or use your credit. So I'm going to give you my side of this. I'm going to give you, this is my, I don't feel like this is an opinion. I feel like this can, I don't know, you can look at it how you look at it. So for those of you that actually, we're going to start from, like, say, if you don't have a credit card, if you have your debit card and you're forced to always use your debit card because you don't have a credit card, then that is one thing. Then whatever you have to do, try to take some steps to, you know, rebuild your credit so that you can get to the point of what I'm talking about in this video. Rebuilding your credit is a task. And you definitely have to stay on it. So if you have ruined it and you want to rebuild it, you know, do some research or, you know, whatever you have to do to get your credit back to the point of what we're going to be talking about in this video. So the ones of you that actually have good or fair, at least good or fair credit, and you can get a card that has cash rewards. So you get a cash rewards card. We're going to talk about making money from your money. And you might say, Nadia, what are you talking about? So on a daily basis, we use our debit cards. We swipe our debit cards for everything. I don't care if you're getting a coffee, you're getting food, you're buying groceries, getting gas, whatever the case may be. We are swiping this debit card unless you do everything in one day. Maybe you don't have to do all these things throughout the week or whatever. But on an average, most of us are swiping our debit card at least once a day. Some people swipe it 2, 3, 4 times a day. It depends on what you buy. If you buy breakfast, if you buy coffee, if you buy lunch, if you buy whatever you do throughout the day, you're swiping that debit card. Every time you swipe that debit card, you're spending money, but you aren't making any money. So you're swiping, swiping, swiping. It's taking money out of your account, money out of your account, money out of your account. But if you have a credit card, we're going to say a cash rewards credit card. Most credit cards give you cash back rewards of at least, we'll say 1.5% on a lot of the cards. I'm not going to say most. On a lot of the cards, they give you at least 1.5% cash back. So if you're using your credit card instead of your debit card, now you're spending money and you're also making money. Whereas using your debit card, you're only spending money. So if you use your credit card and you get these 1.5% cash back, where a lot of these cards have that, you can redeem, you have the cash back, but you can redeem them in cash, you can redeem them in travel, you can redeem this stuff in restaurants, you can redeem this stuff in gift cards on certain websites. There's so many different ways you can redeem this, but we're going to talk about cash back. Okay, so you go swipe this debit card on Amazon or at Target. So they give you 1.5% back on your total that you spent that day. So you have your balance over here, and then you have your 1.5% cash back of whatever that was on your purchase. So every time you swipe that credit card and this balance goes up, so do your cash back rewards, depending on what stores or everything that you have or that you shop at that gets cash back rewards. Okay, so you have to remember that. And they have a list of them, I'm sure on the app, or you can look them up to see whatever card you get. Like, so the more you shop, the more you spend, the more cash back rewards you receive. In some of these cards, especially in the intro cards, we'll say Capital One Quicksilver, they have an intro card that is in the first 90 days, if you spend up to $500, if you spend at least $500, then you get $200 in rewards points. Well, these $200 can be redeemed for, like I said, cash, hotels, food, like all of these different things that you can redeem them. Or you can take that $200 that you get back and apply that towards your actual credit card bill. Now that doesn't count as your credit card payment. So if you still have a payment on that card, you still have to make that payment. But the $200 goes into your balance and takes your balance down. So if your balance was $400 and you owe $25 on the first, that will take your $400 balance down to $200, but you still have to make your $25 payment on the first. In this case, with the card, you have spent the $500 and then you get the $200 in there to go towards your balance, plus whatever extra rewards you already had like in the balance from what you spent. So you can also redeem those, or you can choose the amount that you want to redeem. But for sure, like the $200 is a part of their special. And as soon as you reach the 500, they give you the 200. So that's something right there for people who aren't already with them. And this isn't sponsored. This is just stuff that I, have picked up on, we'll say. But so yeah, that's how you do that. So in this process, you're building your credit, you're gaining money, even though you're spending money, but you're still making more money off of the money that you spend, which is, if you're spending this money, this would be the same money you would be spending if you use your debit card, and wouldn't be gaining any money from the money, if that makes sense to you guys or whatever. So that is what I'm telling you guys, like using the credit card, in the long run, it'll help you. Like I said, you get the cash rewards or whatever you want to do to redeem those rewards. You're building your credit in the process. But the thing you have to remember with spending on these cards, if you spend on this card, you have to be able to pay these cards. Don't run out and get the card and you're spending all of this money and have no intentions on paying it back, and then you will crush your credit. And trust me, whether you're young, you're old, you need it. If you're young and you don't need it yet, you will eventually need it. Like I said, credit is king. So when you're using this card and they give you this, however much your limit is, don't just go run out and spend it because you have the limit available to you. They want their money back. That is not your money. That is their money that they are letting you borrow technically, and they expect you to pay it back when you use it. So just keep in mind, don't go out spending money that you cannot pay back. Don't max these cards out and then when it comes time to pay them back, you can't pay them back, because that is not the purpose of this. We're credit building and we're trying to get more money in the process. So that is my opinion on using the credit card compared to the debit card. You make no money using your debit card, but you make money if you get a cash rewards, or if you have a card that's a cash rewards card. Just use it on a daily basis. Anything that you would normally purchase on a daily basis, use that credit card with the intentions of paying it back. With the intentions of paying it back. Don't forget that part, okay? So you're spending it anyway. Spend it and make money. You have two choices. You can pay your full balance at the end of the month, or you can make your minimum payment at the end of the month. But I just wanted to come on here and give you guys this little tidbit about using these cards. Make the money. Don't let it make you. And that is pretty much the difference between using your credit card and your debit card. That is so funny, girl. You are funny. But using your debit card, the money is making you. using your credit card, you're making the money. That's too funny. I'm funny. But so yeah, and this is all a learning experience for us all. We all have to learn this at some point. We don't have to, but we all learn things like this at some point, some of us or whatever. But yeah, so I'm saying use your credit card, but use it responsibly. Don't be out there just swiping a card and thinking that somebody else gonna pay it off for you, because girl, it don't work like that. Okay. And also guys, another thing, when you use your debit card every day to make these purchases, you're putting your debit card out there pretty much in the world for hackers or anybody to have access to your debit card, which is attached to your checking account information. And if these brilliant people that sit on this computer all day and do this for a living decide to hack your debit card, now your account is tied up, or your money that was in your account is tied up. So say for instance, they have gotten into your account and they have taken $1,000, $2,000 out of your account, and you are, we'll say, out of town. We'll be extreme for this example. You are out of town, and you've already spent all of this money to go out of town on this trip and everything. So that last $1,000 or $2,000 that you have is all that you have. But it's on a weekend and it's time for you to come home, but you're out of town and you don't have any money to get home because your money has just been stolen out of your account, by this hacker. Well, if you use a credit card and your credit card gets hacked while you're out of town, at that point, they have not taken your personal money. They have taken the money that belongs to the bank, that the bank has lent it to you so that, you can use this credit card. So when they take the money off of the credit card, now that money is tied up, okay? And the bank is going to do what they have to do to get that money back on the credit card. And you still have your personal money that you can use to get home, because that money that was over there on your credit card is not connected to the money that is in your checking account. So that's another one of the reasons why it's so great to use a credit card compared to using your debit card. Because once that money is tied up in your debit card or in your checking account that's attached to your debit card, and they take your money, then if you don't have a savings account or money stashed away or another card or another account or something like that, like I said, we're going to do an extreme. The situation really isn't that extreme. It happens quite often. So that's why I'm using that as an example. I'm saying out of town because it makes it harder. Like if you're in town, you're at home, people can be like, well, I just won't go anywhere, over the weekend. So people really don't look at it to like the depth that it really should be looked at, because I'm home, I can just stay at home, I don't have to go anywhere, and I'll go to the bank Monday. Whereas when you're out of town and they have gotten in there and taken all of your money, then you're screwed, because now you're having to see who you can borrow money from or what other people can do for you to help you to get home so that you can come home and sit and then wait till Monday. But if it's just your credit card, I'm not going to say just your credit card because it's still a big deal, but if it's your credit card, then that is not your personal money in your checking account that's tied up. You can put that to the side or call the credit card company, call the card and let them know, hey, my card has been hacked. Lock this card or freeze this account or whatever on this card. And then you can still do what you need to do by using then you use your debit card. So instead of using your debit card as a primary and having a credit card as a backup, use your credit card as a primary, use it responsibly, make sure you pay it on time or pay it off every month, and then use your debit card as your backup. Because like I said, all the money that you would normally be spending on your debit card, just spend that off of your credit card at the end of the month, pay that balance off in full, start over the next month. Okay? So I hope all of this made sense to you guys, and I hope you guys got some tips out of this video, because I'm doing this to help all of us or whatever. So yeah, if you have any more ideas or if you enjoyed this video, let me know in the comments and I can do those video ideas for you also. As always, thank you guys so much for tuning in to another video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe before you leave, and I will see y'all in my next one. Bye guys.